In this video, I'm going to use SPSS to perform a repeated measures ANOVA, also known as a within subjects ANOVA. So here on the left we have our prompt. Let's perform a repeated measures ANOVA. Researchers want to test a new anti-anxiety medication. They measure the anxiety of 7 participants 3 times. Once before taking the medication, once 1 week after taking the medication, and once 2 weeks after taking the medication. Anxiety is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high and 1 being low. Are there any differences between the 3 conditions using alpha 0.05? And down here we have our data. So let's use SPSS to perform this ANOVA. Right now we are in data view and we have no data entered. First we need to go into variable view down here to tell SPSS what variables we have. Well, here our variable is basically time. We've got before week 1 and week 2, and our dependent variable is anxiety. So here is how we're going to set this up. We're actually going to put in before. We'll put in week 1. Oops. Can't put that in there, obviously. We'll put in week 1. And we're going to put in week 2. So there we go. We can leave all of this information the same for now. Now we're going to go back here. Now the reason we set it up this way is because, remember, we're measuring the same 7 subjects 3 times. In SPSS, every row refers to a different subject, so we're going to fill out 7 rows. So here, for the before condition, we're going to put 9, 8, 7, 8, 8, 9, 8. For the week 1 condition, we've got 7, 6, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6. And for week 2, we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So there we go. It actually looks just like the table we have over here. Now that we have this in here, we're going to go to Analyze. And let's go down to General Linear Model. And finally, click on Repeated Measures. Here, we have a factor with 3 levels. We're going to call this factor time, and then we're going to add it. And now let's hit define. We're going to take these 3 values before week 1 and week 2 and hit this arrow over here. So now SPSS knows that this within subjects variable is made up of time, week 1, and week 2. We're not going to worry about these options and stuff for now. We're just going to perform the repeated measures ANOVA. So let's go down here and hit OK. Here we have our repeated measures ANOVA. We entered in the variables before week 1 and week 2. Multivariate tests is not something we're going to worry about right now. And we're not going to worry about Mauchly's test of sphericity either. Here we want to go down to tests of within subjects effects. Our variable that we're looking at is time, and we're going to look at sphericity assumed. All this other stuff is, for more advanced topics. Here we look at time, sphericity assumed. We have our F value and our significance level. Here our F value is 222.00, and our significance is 0.00000 something very, very close to 0, but not exactly 0. Now because our significance level, our p-value, is less than 0.05, we can reject the null hypothesis and say that there's a difference between these 3 groups. In this example, what we're saying is that we think, because we rejected the null and said that they're different, we think that the medication, the time after taking the medication, is having an effect on high anxiety. And now we've done a repeated measures ANOVA using SPSS.